Welcome back, everybody. So a bit of an update for those who don't follow me on Telegram. I've been trading and buying a fair bit of Ethereum Classic, waiting for the pump. So the pump, in my mind, even though it has begun, it's by no means over, although there should be a bit of a pullback on this. Let's have a little look at what's going on just generally. So Bitcoin broke out of its descending trend. It's been in for over 2.5 years, as you can see there. So that's a big deal. What is also a big deal is that the MACD is just only getting started. The RSI is quite high, but it's not overbought in any means. It's still got plenty of way to go. It's crypto at the end of the day, so that even though it's a high read, it's still got plenty of room to move on that. I want to see it take out 10,500. I think a lot of people you'll see will be waiting for that to be taken out, and if that hasn't been taken out as of today, I would maybe expect it to come back down and test this descending trend line as support. There is a CME gap actually around about 9,600 from what I understand, which would actually bring us down to the 10 simple, so that's where we could be coming down to as well, just to fill that gap, and then we'll be up and away again. So, but that's just my opinion on it from the way it looks at the moment. We've been waiting for it to break out of this, which we haven't done in 2.5 years, and we've broken out of it today. So that in itself is a bullish thing. I have to treat it as such. So that is a big deal. It doesn't mean that it's going to have continuation. It doesn't mean it's going to make big bold moves, but it does to me suggest that we might be at the beginning of a bull run. But pullbacks are required and essential. Now, because this is the descending trend, we could come down to 9,600 and stay above this by any time between now and the 19th of August. So it's that's fine. We can go sideways, we can go up, we can actually go quite far up and come back down to test that and take out that CME gap around that time. So I'm not saying it's going to happen immediately. There is a gap there. There's also a gap way down here. There's gaps all over the place. It doesn't mean they necessarily need to be filled, but as this one is quite close, it's likely to be to want to be filled. Okay, so yeah, you can see where this candle is. So the CME gaps, what is it? It's going to be exactly here. So yeah, 9,600. So like I say, that is a gap to be aware of. So let's move on to Ethereum Classic. So Ethereum Classic, I traded this for one reason, based on this chart, which was that there was a golden cross forming on the 4-hourly, and all other indicators looked quite good. We were making positive steps here with the MACD on that, so I thought that would be a nice area to buy into. So we got that, and then it basically launched. That was around here. So the other reason that I wanted to buy in from here is because it was tested. We got the golden cross, we dumped into it and tested it, and then we've launched from there. So most of my Ethereum Classic was bought around this level here. So around about it was about $6.20 thereabouts, and I've been holding it ever since. Now I think we covered up to a local top at the moment, but just to show you something else on the sats, what's happened to cause the bigger pump today is that obviously a lot of Satoshis have been drained away from altcoins, and you'll see that today, and you've seen that yesterday. But actually what's happened just recently is we've got a golden cross on the 4-hourly on Satoshi pairs. So that is bullish against Bitcoin. So that has basically allowed it to launch even further, catapult it basically. So now it's bullish against Bitcoin in the short term. So again, that's only in the short term. It could pull down, no problem at all, come back down to test that. Now the next thing to look at is that because of that, the daily chart is wanting to form, not yet, but in the next few days, a golden cross on the tether pairing. It's a way off on the sats. It's nowhere close on the sats. So let's have a look at this, and what we've got here is a very nicely diverged MACD way into the bullish territory, and also what we've got is unfortunately we're bumping towards the top of the RSI there, but I wouldn't worry so much about that. It's the money flow index that I'd be concerned about, if anything, and we're getting quite high on that, but still plenty of room to move. So we could come up to fill up and test this wick again and go a little bit higher. That's fine. I think this is our local top for the moment, and if there is to be a pullback with Bitcoin, it'll pull back the market, it'll pull back Ethereum Classic too. What I'd like to see is when this golden cross is beginning to form, maybe in the next couple of days, a dump back down into that, and that's where we'll be looking to pick it up again. So again, I'm not a financial advisor, so this is not financial advice, so this is how I'm treating Ethereum Classic. So there's plenty of other altcoins out there that are doing extremely well, but as far as the top cap coins, obviously Ethereum's doing very well. Ethereum Classic is doing well, maybe just by default, but but also on top of that, the tools and indicators on this chart that I'm looking at has given me reason to believe that there's a method behind this, and you can trade that method. So for the moment, might be reaching a local top. Coming down into that is reasonably likely. Waiting for that golden cross, dumping into that golden cross. I'd love to see that, and then buy it all back, or just add to my position depending on if I've sold it or not. That's the deal with Ethereum Classic. So I hope you have a nice day, a good evening. Follow me on Telegram if you want to know more, Twitter obviously, and all the others. Alright, thanks a lot. Take it easy.